The 43rd Canadian federal parliamentary elections are therefore approaching. They must be held by October the 21st, 2019, under the Fixed Parliaments Act. All 338 members of the House of Commons will be elected. The current Liberal majority government is led by Prime Minister Justin Trudeau, who has led his party since April 2013. His seat is in Papineau, Quebec. In the 2015 Canadian federal parliamentary elections, the party received 39.5% of the vote and 184 seats. Currently, they hold 183 seats. The main opposition party, Conservatives, elected their new leader, Andrew Scheer, in May 2017. His seat is in Saskatchewan, the riding of Regina Capel. In the 2015 federal parliamentary elections, they received 31.9% of the vote and 99 seats. Currently, they have 96 seats. Mr. Jagmeet Singh, a Sikh Canadian, became the New Democratic Party's new leader in October 2017. He is running in Burnaby South, and that is located in British Columbia. His party received, under its then leader Thomas Mulcair, 19.7% of the vote in the 2015 Canadian federal parliamentary elections and 44 seats. Currently, the New Democrats hold 42 seats. The separatist Bloc Québécois party obtained its interim leader, Mr. Mario Beaulieu, in June 2018. In the 2015 Canadian federal parliamentary elections, the party received 4.7% of the national or federal vote and 10 seats. Currently, they hold 5 seats. Mr. Réal Fortin became the leader of Quebec Debout, or Stand Up Quebec, or Quebec Standing. In March 2018, his seat is Rivière du Nord, while that of Mr. Beaulieu is La Pointe de l'Île. This is a new party which currently has 5 seats in the Canadian House of Commons. The lone Green member of the Canadian House of Commons is the party's leader and has been since August 2006, Ms. Elizabeth May. Her electoral district or riding is in Saanich Gulf Islands in British Columbia. Her party received 3.5% of the vote in the 2015 Canadian parliamentary elections, which entitled it to just 1 seat, her seat, and she continues to hold that seat. One of the Liberals' broken promises, aside from balancing the budget, has been to reform the Canadian electoral system. In February 2017, the Canadian federal government ended this support for electoral reform, issuing a mandate to newly appointed Minister of Democratic Institutions Karina Gould, saying a clear preference for a new electoral system, let alone a consensus, has not emerged. Changing the electoral system will not be in your mandate. A special committee on electoral reform was formed with representatives from all 5 parties in the House of Commons. The committee's report, Strengthening Democracy in Canada, Principles, Process and Public Engagement for Electoral Reform, was presented in December 2016 and recommended a proportional electoral system to be introduced following a national referendum. In that system, possibly having a national or federal vote threshold, the parties, or most parties, shares of the seats in the House of Commons would be approximately equal to their percentages of the national vote. Of course, one key argument against it is that it would likely result in unstable coalition governments, and Canada at the federal level has very seldom had any form of coalition government, although there have been cases where the government has been in a so-called budget and confidence agreement with at least one opposition party to remain in power until such an opportune time as it has decided to call fresh parliamentary elections, having obtained a sufficiently high plurality of support in the public opinion polls. So currently, the Cooperative Commonwealth holds 1 seat. There are 3 independents and 2 vacant seats, for a total of 338 seats. The ruling Liberals have 183 seats. The official opposition Conservatives have 96 seats. The New Democrats have 42 seats. Bloc Québécois and Québec Debout have both 5 seats, and the Greens have 1 seat. Already a total of 6 Conservatives, one of them Peter Van Loan, representing the riding of York Simcoe in southern Ontario, will resign at the end of September 2018, have announced that they will not be seeking re-election. 6 new Democrats have likewise agreed not to seek re-election, and one of them, Kennedy Stewart, representing the riding of Burnaby South in British Columbia, has announced that he will resign on September the 14th, 2018. On August the 23rd, 2018, Beauce, a member of parliament in Quebec, Maxime Bernier, who had narrowly lost the May 2017 federal leadership election of Conservatives to Andrew Scheer, resigned from the Conservative caucus or parliamentary group in disagreement with Mr. Scheer's leadership, and announced his intention to form a new federal party. Also, Nicolas Di Iorio, the Liberal member of Parliament for Saint-Léonard, Saint-Michel in Quebec, has been expected to resign as an MP, triggering a by-election in his riding. So that is the situation, and we will see which one of the political parties will be able to obtain, if any, will be able to obtain a clear majority of the seats. The public opinions conducted in August 2018 have put the 2 main political parties, the ruling Liberals and the official opposition Conservatives, in most cases very close to, or notably close to, each other. The Liberal support has ranged from 35.8% to 38.8%, while the Conservative support has gyrated from 33% to 42%. The New Democrat support has ranged from 15% to 20.1%. The Bloc Québécois support has been between 2% and 3.2%. The Greens support has been between 4% and 8%.